And we're live! I'm here with Batshot from Batshot's Bunker on Twitch, the thing he totally streams on.
Hello, I do not stream. Ever.
Hello? No. Ow.
I just need to uninstall half the things I own and sacrifice my firstborn child, and then I will be able to make the 200 gigabytes or something insane space that I need.
Is it actually 200 gigs?
Like, probably not, but might as well be, I swear. You know, Destiny 2, I haven't touched Destiny 2 in forever. Let's uninstall that.
Batshot, tell us about the One Piece anime. I'm
feel like you'll
sorry.
need
The One
to do
Piece
a
live
little-
adaptation. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, that's yeah, that's a different story. I will probably watch it.
Oh, God.
Out of-
Why? Morbid curiosity?
Yeah, morbid curiosity, 100%. Okay, so you can quote me on this. Going in, I expect it to be like a 3 or 4 out of 10.
I think it's gonna be just another Cowboy Bebop.
I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop.
I didn't
so
either.
don't-
The live action Cowboy Bebop.
Well, yes, but there we go. It's 90 gigabytes. I made a good amount of space, so that'll be ready in 5 days.
Yeah. I unlocked. I now have a good sniper build. I can never replace it.
Oh, good. I what was it? It was the, I think I noticed you using it once or twice on a stream. It was the I think it's the Lynx in real life. I don't remember what, it's the one with the telescopic barrel, right?
The FJX Imperium sniper rifle.
The Imperium. I think that's.
I don't know.
I don't know. I see. The problem is I don't remember COD names. Oh, it's the Intervention. I'm looking at your stream now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Took me a minute. That's one of the new ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's probably the Intervention. Or at least it used to be called the Intervention. I don't know.
It is
Like,
not
if
COD.
No, if COD could stop changing its names for like 5 minutes,
they'd have a cohesive gun list. Yeah. You fucking wish.
It's like a teen going through a phase.
Actually, my
right?
name's no, it's a furry choosing their OC.
Yeah.
This is
like
Firefang. My half lion, half firefox.
Oh, I was explaining to Otter earlier, or well, Otter's friend. I spent like 2 hours explaining furries. That was a magical time. Are those explosive rounds you have?
Fuck yeah, they are.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
Stun grenade out!
I hope you bullet is about to hurt.
Flash out! Got the sniper!
What was that, like, Russian Badger, yeah, this man's bulletproof to, like, every caliber. Visible proof to almost every caliber.
You gotta shoot yourself with small caliber rounds to build up a resistance.
Yep.
Fast hands online. Friendly cluster mine set. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Maybe that's why Superman's so tough. It's not actually like,
Survived worse.
it's not actually like the sun's rays or anything, it's just that, he was naturally tough enough to block the small caliber, like, pistol and some machine gun rounds. You know, back in like the Silver Age, and he just that happened so much that eventually he just got tough all over. That like death rays just don't even affect him. Which is fun.
Changing mags. Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbiting the UAV online.
Man should be in the ground the moment I lit up his legs, but okay.
Stun grenade out.
The ease will be
Switching
ease.
mags.
But like,
Using drill charge.
UAV is being fuel. RTB at this time.
I haven't played COD in ages.
Pressure mine set.
It's just as bad as you remember.
Ah, yes. Thank you for giving me confidence to
Yeah.
reinstall the game.
I'm just gonna lie to you.
90 gigabytes. I mean, fair. I mean, I reinstalled GTA. That was also Space Hog.
At least GTA warrants the space.
Yeah, that is true. It's an entire like open world.
Oh, did you hear they got rid of like 150 cars from the online store?
Yeah, I did. They said that they were the less used cars.
They were junker
Which-
cars. They were at. So I have remember my American flag style motorcycle?
Yes.
It is now an official collector's.
UAV is orbiting the
You
area.
can't get that shit anywhere anymore.
Overclock activated.
Oh, so they said that you can. It's just that there's like a whole like weird island thing that they're doing. Like there's a place where you're gonna have to go to get the car, and they'll be on sales at times and stuff. It's just they got them out of like the catalog,
UAV online.
because they were taking up too much space. However, I would say
I,
Why
mi-
didn't
I,
they
mi-
just-
I miss having bullpen immediately.
they could have just like put like a search function.
A hit
or,
marker.
like, a
Switching
hit
mags.
marker with explosive rounds. Hey,
Honestly, I only put the explosive runs on because of the
Flash out.
this.
Friendly UAV on station.
It's an ink red splay. It's a Cthulhu sniper rifle.
Reloading.
okay, that's pretty cool.
Jesus.
I actually kind of want to like, not gonna lie, I kind of want to give Warzone a try, or like DMZ. I don't know why. I prefer fighting people out in
Yeah.
the open maps more.
Hostile UAV
I'm
overhead.
Where the-
Friendly Overwatch helo in the area. Friendly cruise missile approaching target.
The one time, I don't want them sniping me before I snipe them, and they're like, "No, we're all over."
That person really loves that spot up there.
Yeah. Which sucks, because every time I go to tunnel, I'm fucking dead.
I guess it's a pretty good spot, isn't it?
Loading.
Or at least it's a hard to counter spot.
UAV is orbiting the area.
He's there.
That man got that other man got blasted from existence.
Fucking hit marker! Oh, this is AIDS.
Grenade.
Let's see if I can mantle.
I wouldn't pick the same.
Well, I'm not.
well, like, it's the
And
same
where
general
else do I
area.
pay? Where else do I go? Oh, I'm gonna take your butt.
Hostiles
You
in
just
the
say you're
area.
taking that.
Never mind, he claymored.
Oh, yep, yep.
Of course, there's no angle from here. Why fucking would there be? I might switch my. I miss bullpen. I miss having bullet pen.
I mean, if you get close, you've got your drill charge. Just drill charge under him.
Took a round.
God, I love flinching. Such a good mechanic.
Yay! Bullet punch or aim punch.
Hostiles
Woohoo.
called in an airstrike.
Oh, in a D&D thing. a Pathfinder thing technically.
Throwing drill shots.
Somebody made, like on Reddit, they made a build for Einzel Gown, right?
Inbound friendly airstrike.
Which luckily was exactly the thing that Jamex wanted to do. So I was like, fantastic, I can just send this to Jamex. Why was he camping in that corner?
I
at
don't
the
know.
base of
That
the
guy only
stairs?
wins engagements when he's laying on his dick.
He once heard somebody go like, "Dicks in the dirt, lads," and he took that personally
Very
to
little
heart.
fucking- I love my zero recoil. This should work. I should sell it on TikTok. Streamers aren't ready for this new meta pistol.
Yeah.
I need 7. I need 12 more. I don't know. I don't think it fucking matters. I'm putting over pressure back on. It's a shame because I like the tracer rounds, but not if I'm getting hit markers with fucking explosives.
I mean, I think that might have just been. What would that have been? That just been like the pipes and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try and like make whatever it is just work.
I have that,
Just-
but I'm just like, no, fuck it. The problem with explosive rounds is I can't shoot through things.
True. I think this is a general problem that I found with like you try and have fun in something like COD, and the rest of like the world won't let you do it.
The only time it's
Because-
ever worked for me with a shit build when I put the bayonet on the AK from 2019.
Hmm.
That bayonet was my hero.
Like, I don't. There's something about like maybe it's just it feels like games these days are too competitive for no reason whatsoever.
I mean,
Um,
we do have our own esports team. So,
We do it.
yes, we are the Toad
Oh.
esports team.
Jesus.
We're an esports team only because I said we are. That is all the validation we need.
I don't think. You know, if you like look Oregon in the eye and you're like, hey, make a Toads like esports org, he would probably do it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had like the papers ready in his desk that just need like a stamp,
Well,
and he's
all,
like, I've been waiting for this day.
all I thought we needed was jersey, and we're already making the jerseys.
Fair enough.
You mean we're not an esports team? I already made the jersey.
What do you mean? We already have the merch. That's like half the thing. That's 80%. It's all the same.
So about that bullet pen, Christ.
We're losing Charlie.
Use a drill charge.
No, not even
Changing
close.
mags.
So do you ever think that like
We control
the
two objectives.
like with esports orgs and teams, do you think that like they ever get what's it called?
Objective Charlie
Do
secure.
you think it ever gets to their heads? Like, because you always have like the MVPs, right?
Yeah.
Fast hands.
Do you ever think that like that sinks into their ego?
I know it has on occasion. I don't. The problem I have with the CDL is everyone's just fucking using controllers. So what's the goddamn point?
That is true.
They're not better than me. They just optimize aim assist. Aim assist. Aim assist and routes. That's all they have.
Yeah, it like I've noticed because like they had a similar problem in Apex, right? Where the problem becomes like right because you've got like two things in most of these games. I think it's easier to see in Apex because it's much more of like a movement shooter, but you've basically got movement and shooting.
right?
Right.
And if you can just make one of those two things
Really good.
automated,
Oh, automated. Yeah.
yeah. So like you just have to be generally looking at the guy, right?
A
And then you
crosshair
like,
needs to glance over their body, and you win.
The enemy took Alpha.
yeah. So you just do that, and then it's just all about learning movement, right? And like if they do that, then they're fine, right? Because
Enemy
like if
securing
you
Bravo.
watch like Apex stuff, a lot of it just seems to be like the players who know what they're doing are doing these weird movement techniques that like
Movement.
are ridiculous or like breaking the physics engine or some weird shit. Like they're just speeding across the map at like Mach 7. I actually haven't played Apex in a while, and I wouldn't mind going back, I think. And then I probably would immediately regret going back.
Yeah. So, I tried it out. I don't have the skill set for it, and I appreciate what Apex is as a game. I won't shit talk Apex. They have their own sincere competitive scene that isn't just, well, the comp mode. It's got a sincere community, and they know what they are.
Yeah.
They've
think
never
Apex-
tried to be something they're not.
I think Apex is definitely in my short list of top battle royales,
Friendly UAV
which does not include Fortnite. I would rather do many things than play Fortnite. I would rather stub my toe every night for a month than play Fortnite.
Slander.
Stun grenade out.
I can't hear you, motherfucker. We've had this conversation. What's up? You were on the phone. Never mind. Shit, thought you were just looking at me and on the phone. I misconstrued the information I was presented with.
securing objective Alpha.
Fair enough. Easy mistake to make.
Today is the closing day for the Florida House.
Ah.
It is 11:30, and he has just exited his room.
Throwing drill charge. Activating suppression mine here.
Don't see what's wrong with that.
I don't know that you're one you can get the room. You should repeat me, pretty fucking please. Well, he did.
Objective Charlie is
He gave me what I asked for.
Take it back.
Throwing a stun grenade.
Games are
Fair
fun.
enough.
Securing Charlie.
Games of what?
Securing Alpha. Securing objective Charlie. Friendly UAV online. We control
No,
Charlie.
Did the flashbang bounce back
Yes,
off the clock?
absolutely.
Taking Bravo.
Take a seat.
Oh god. That's unfortunate.
Seemed like a.
Use a
Seemed
drill
like somebody's gonna
charge.
sit.
Changing minds.
Ah! There's how many of you fuckers?
Enemy securing Bravo.
Oof.
Yeah, little oof.
We've secured two
See
objectives.
what? Okay, one thing I will appreciate with the new COD over 2019, is that at least the explosive rounds in the
Changing minds.
snipers and guns that have them seem at least usable, whereas like 2019, like the Raytech. The Raytech, like, if you use the explosive rounds, it was basically a trebuchet, right? Like,
You've got an angle measurer just to fucking triangulate the Earth's rotation.
it was like comical, the things that I had to do to hit things with the explosive rounds. I just
My
gave
favorite
up.
gun you've made to date is the Frankenstein monstrosity from Vanguard.
Oh,
That fucker had personality.
I loved Quasimodo so much, like,
Charlie secured.
because the thing that made Quasimodo great was that it was the funniest piece of shit that worked when it really shouldn't have. I don't think anybody expected it to. because it looked like I pulled it out of a garbage can, and it was somehow meta, which was amazing. Like, because I beat the meta, like, to the punch on that, right? I looked at the Owen gun, and I was like, I want to make this work, and then the meta turned into being the Owen gun. Now they didn't put thermal sights on it, which joke's on them, because for some reason a thermal sight from World War One was out competing, like, you know, the most modern cutting edge equipment. But sure, you know,
As it should.
as it should. It was really weird because it was like, for some reason they were like, this is World War One. They didn't have thermal tech, so we'll just call it a night vision scope. That was not a night vision scope. That was 100% like thermal imaging on a World War One gun, and it was stupid, but it worked so well. And the recoil was weird, but I got it to work.
That many shots landing on that guy means my teammate didn't even hit him. Oh,
When somebody says he's one shot, and he's most definitely
Thanks.
not one shot. Bro, I messed him up so bad. He's one shot. He is not one shot. That man got shot in the shin and died. Like one bullet.
no, my bonitis.
I don't know. Maybe the bullet went like fragmented
Ricocheted
off
off his shin and up his heart.
Yep. What the hell?
9 more. Jesus Christ. I hit a shot yesterday at 343. And then I got the clip, and then immediately afterwards, I'm like, yeah, I hit him in the head with the sniper round. He's like, oh, that's less impressive. I'm like, fuck you!
Wait, what happened? 343.
343 meters with the sniper rifle. I got him in a headshot. I'm like super excited. Zero's like, oh, you hit him with the sniper. I thought you hit him with a rocket. Immediately, he was like, I'm not really as impressed by that now.
It's still a 343 meter shot with a.
My best was with that stupid Cold War Tundra with it 20 times. I think it was like something like 738. They were pixels. My game wouldn't render me through the scope.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, in the next county over,
Team deathmatch. Strasser 1, you are clear to engage all threats.
Alright. I mean, there's a thing in Tarkov where I like. I was there's like a quest, right? That you gotta kill people with shotguns. And you gotta wear like a stupid hat to do it. I was camping in like a room, right? And I was watching like this lane, and some poor schmuck came around a corner, and I killed him with a shotgun slug from like 80 meters away.
Jesus Christ, 80?
Yeah.
The missile knows where it is because it knows when it is.
There's just something like I just hit him in the chest, and I felt really bad because he was like a low level.
Yeah.
So poor guy was just trying to find his way around.
See, I couldn't play Tarkov. I'd go. I don't give a fuck. A kill's a kill.
Well, okay, so like
They put
I
you
think-
in this lobby to die, boy.
I think you would have more of a problem with Tarkov because Tarkov is
Oh,
just
absolutely. It's
incredibly
just
frustrating.
yes.
You might like Arena when it comes out. That is an assumption though, based on that it's got Tarkov's it's gonna have Tarkov's gunplay.
What is
But without
what is this monstrosity? Is this a bipod? Sir, where is your barrel? Where is your barrel, sir?
it's for CQC.
Apparently. Yeah. Sir, sir, your gun is not up to snuff.
Actually, that reminds me. Random thing I love about like 7.62 or like 308, right? Like 7.62 by 51. If you put that thing in a short barrel, you get like an automatic flashbang dispenser, which is my favorite thing ever, because I would 100% have one for home defense if I could. And it's like, why would you like have like an automatic 308 for home defense? It's because I don't have to actually hit the target. If they if you imagine, right, somebody's down the hallway, right? You like kick open your door, and you just like shoot bullets in their general direction. You don't even have to hit them if they're not wearing ear protection or anything.
Fuck, I love this
They're
gun.
going to be like on the floor covering their ears.
This is my favorite gun in the game right now. It used to be the PDSW, and it's still the PDSW is still great, but fuck me, this gun is awesome.
What, the sniper?
Point, click, erase matter.
This is a point and click adventure. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, you might like Tarkov's arena thing when it comes out. Because this is going to be the gunplay of Tarkov without any of the extremely frustrating Tarkov mechanics of, like, you know, food and water and looting stuff and surviving extract and all that.
I did a little DMZ. I didn't mind the extract shit. I just know, since I don't run comms, I would have a bigger... I just kill everything. Like, hey, we're friendly. I'm like, no the fuck you're not!
Well, so in Tarkov, that's a problem if you are not a solo player. If you're a solo player in Tarkov, you just kill anything that moves. If you hear a sound, you shoot it, right? If you are in a group in Tarkov, because you cannot, like, there's no nameplates or anything, there's nothing to tell you who's a friendly and who's not. There's a lot of friendly fire incidents until you, like, play for several dozen hours and get really good. Just kind of, like, you have to basically learn. Yeah, okay, it helps if you've got like a second monitor and like you're streaming to Discord and I'm streaming to Discord, and so like I can watch your gameplay, so that I know that like the person I'm looking at
like an actual
isn't you.
Spec Ops fan.
Yeah. But unless you're doing that and you like have a bunch of hours in, a lot of new players, they shoot their teammates because there's no way to tell easily who's an ally and who's an enemy.
I think unless you're breaking line of sight. Fuck! Oh, they're down there. They're down there at my ideal range. Oh boy. Oh boy, howdy. What the fucking wrong?
I mean, you would think that breaking line of sight would be the only problem, but like it's easier to break line of sight than you would think, and you don't want to be grouped up too close because...
Jesus Christ, I had to kill him for you. Why?
Some people aren't very good at COD, and some people need help.
It's okay.
I
I understand.
Yes. Arena should, like, Tarkov, the Escape from Tarkov's, like, Arena thing should be coming out soon. So, if it turns out to be good, then I will tell everyone, if they should be interested. Which, back to point-and-click adventure,
Sea Monkey Island was getting its sequel?
I heard about that. I also saw that there was a tie-in with Sea of Thieves.
That's significantly less cool.
I don't really, you know, I haven't played Sea of Thieves in a long time. It's not really my thing. But have you tried, you probably haven't, the Ubisoft's new, like, COD kind of arena shooter.
Oh, the Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot?
No, I think it's called X Defiance or something. It's currently an open beta.
It's open beta right now. I was with Jedi when you started playing it. It looks like it needs to be finished before I'll touch it.
So I played a solid few hours earlier, and it seems fine. I don't have any like glaring complaints,
Guided my shots.
but
Hostile
it's
deployed.
workable. It's not bad. I
Enemy
think it needs a bit of polish. There's like some latency, right? Like I've got killed around corners a couple of times, but it was not too bad. It was like most of the time, you know, it's the difference between like you just got behind the corner and like you were there for like 5 seconds and solidly deep behind the corner. It wasn't that bad. It was like only the latency, and the balancing seemed fine except for shotguns. Shotguns in that game were useless.
They're either good or they're terrible. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know.
I mean,
what the issue is with programming them. Seems pretty straightforward.
it depends on the game.
I was a game designer for a few months. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, guns are one of the easiest things to program.
So
It's the way that their files work.
So I don't disagree with you. I don't think that like
Suppression mine
I think the
set.
problem is balancing them in a way that makes them feel good for everyone involved. So like Tarkov has shotguns pretty good, right? Nobody has complaints about shotguns in Tarkov because due to there being like the armor and health system, Tarkov shotguns work because they function at least mostly realistically and like correctly, right? Like the pellets are actually like I can hit you with the pellets a decent distance away, right? And they will hurt you. It's less effective than like an actual rifle, but like it's still dangerous. And if you happen to catch like a pellet in the face, you're gonna be having a bad time.
A bad time.
Right? It's a bad time.
So Sir was talking about getting a shotgun for home defense. He was like,
All
I
right.
wanted to be birdshot, buckshot, slug, birdshot, buckshot. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why
I don't know.
is that how he's loading up the tube?
Yeah, that's how he wants to load the tube.
Okay, so like is that a
I don't know.
wait, so did you say birdshot, buckshot, slug, then back to birdshot?
I don't. It was something. It was a weird order. They're intermingled in the two.
That sounds like the way
It
that
sounds
he
like it's
wants-
gonna explode.
Okay, so the only problem I can see with that, like, is it a pump action or a semi-auto?
I think it's semi-auto.
That might have some issues. Because he is putting vastly different loads in the shotgun and it might not cycle properly. Which was a thing I didn't know about shotguns until I played. There's a VR game called H3. It's short for hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why. It's like that. It's strangely like realistic guns.
Okay.
Like
Enemy securing Charlie. Domination.
it's one of those things I can't explain
Lock down the
very
reactors
easily,
and keep
but
them secure.
That works.
basically, they have like a bunch of different guns. It's made by like gun maniacs, like absolute gun freaks.
Enthusiasts.
It goes a little bit beyond enthusiasts. These are absolute gun freaks. They
Drop them.
gave the shotgun basically every feasible type of ammunition that you could think of, and the like pump action, fine, always cycles, right?
securing Bravo.
Semi-autos though, if you try and put like Dragon's Breath through them or like, you know,
Oh, no,
a lighter
no.
load like Birdshot, it
No,
just
no.
doesn't cycle. So you're just sat there looking like an idiot with a gun that doesn't fire because it just didn't have enough power, like enough gas to cycle the bolt. So you're just like, okay, and you can't like do anything about it. Like you're gonna have to manually cycle it, and you're just boned.
Our chopper gunner is inbound.
So I didn't know that before.
2 more long
but-
shots, and I never have to worry about this stupid challenge again.
Oh, good.
The enemy controls 2 objectives.
I have made 51 weapons, including this one platinum when I put 25 long shots apiece. It
Huh.
was not worth it. Do not invest your time in it. I beg you.
Don't worry. I didn't plan on it. Yeah, just, I think Zero might want to reanalyze his plan, of putting Birdshot in there. I wouldn't want to fuck around with, like, a burglar.
Get a musket for home defense. This is what the common colors intended.
We're taking Bravo.
Oh, what was the
Smoothbore.
Warhammer? Somebody did like a Warhammer 40k like
Get
version
a
of that.
get a bolter for home defense, because that's what the Imperium intended.
No, it was I have a Gauss rifle for home defense. It's what the founding Necron tier intended.
Overclock online.
It was pretty good.
Alpha.
Switching
Friendly
mags.
VTOL on
I don't
station.
know, like. So,
I need to find what Army Zero would want.
Hostiles launched a
Get to
cruise missile. Securing objective Bravo.
Because he also said he doesn't want to spend a lot of money.
my gut reaction is orc.
Securing
I
Alpha.
think he might have.
We control all objectives. Secure. We've taken the lead. Friendly airstrike in the AO. Alpha. Enemy
Let's see.
taken
There's
Bravo.
orc. There's Dark Eldar.
I thought he might like Macron.
On your 6.
Maybe.
I think we're probably gonna end up going Chaos Man.
Chaosman. Yeah, I could see him with like a corn army.
I was gonna say yeah, Corn. It's just
Hostile
dumping
SAE in your
melee.
position.
Suppression might set.
2 objectives secure.
Which factions? Like, because I imagine him as like playing a very smashy face kind of army.
I'm still
that-
explaining any bit of lore I can. But
Securing Bravo.
I imagine him just wanting to do smashy face and to ignore as many of the non-smashy face things as possible. So like if he can skip like the psychic tier or the psychic round of the battle, I forget what it's called.
it's something.
Yeah. If he can just be like, nah, and then like ignore as much of the enemy's part in that as possible, then yeah, he'd probably want to go for that.
I love Shadow of the Warp so much.
We're taking Alpha.
But what if Big Bug Brain said no?
Enemy's taking Charlie. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure. We control Alpha.
13 of our psychos just blew
The
up.
enemy took Charlie. Enemy UAV
I'll
active.
get dismissed.
Where do you think that the... I mean, would there be like a physical manifestation of this Shadow in the Warp? And like, if so, where would it be? Is there just like a giant
Outer
bug
space.
brain?
It's in the outer depths. It has to be.
We're taking Bravo.
Like, do you think that's gonna be how they're going to like, you know, kill the Tyranids off if
Taking Bravo.
ever? Is that they're just going
They,
to
they
like?
just got new models.
Objective Bravo is compromised.
With this 10th edition, they just got new models.
Well, I mean, like from a lore like standpoint, right? Kind of like how like, how would we fix the Imperium of Man? And like half of it's like, oh, you know, you let the Emperor of Mankind die so that he can ascend to
That,
godhood
that
or
right
whatever.
there, you're gonna have some fucking issues with. To get your tongue cut out.
Well, but like you get what I mean though, right? It's like
I like that
Yeah.
your mind, that your brain theory. You're like, hey, let's brainstorm. How do we fix the Imperium? And immediately heresy. Immediately heresy.
well, because they like
Let
I don't
alone
think that-
bringing up fixing the Imperium. It's also just immediate heresy.
well, because I don't think that there's any way that you can fix the Imperium as it is now.
Why would you want to fix it? It's working as intended.
It's working as intended. I mean, like the Primarch, or at least 2 Primarchs have come back and like looked upon it in a horror. Like, how are they going to react to Conrad Kurz returning as a Birdman?
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy
Like-
UAV active.
Like, what are they gonna think about that?
Cardinals
'Cause,
are
like-
the most human of birds.
Because they're gonna look at like, you know, the other ones like Magnus and shit, and they're gonna be like, yeah, well, obviously he's a demon Primarch and he's bad and a problem. And then they're going to look at not Conrad Kurz, Corvus Corax, and Corax is just gonna be like, hey guys, what's up? And they're gonna be like, why are you a bird?
Why are you a bird?
This is deep fried heresy right here. Like, you're gonna be seeing like, the head of the Adeptus Custodes dressed up as Colonel Sanders. Like,
Oh, boy, I'd say, boy.
Changing mags.
I wish Zinch had a better gimmick.
I mean, what's his current gimmick?
Birds and randomness.
Yeah.
It's all it was all part of the plan matchup.
Zinch is like your average Redditor,
Securing objective
and
Charlie.
he's probably like my least favorite Chaos God if I had to rank
I
them.
thought he'd be your fucking favorite.
Charlie
Why?
I don't know. I don't have a good explanation. I just thought he would be.
My favorite is Slanesh, followed by Nurgle, followed by Khorne. Though Khorne and Nurgle kind of change places a lot. Mostly because I like Mortarion, and I like the whole, like, undeath, edgy, like, zombie plague and stuff, while also the wholesomeness. But also they are very gross. And that's, like, the only thing keeping them down. If they weren't...
Down. You know,
If they weren't so disgusting.
sucks.
I
Kid, I'd
like
root for you
Nurgle.
more if you weren't so damn gross.
Yeah. That's my biggest problem with Nurgle, is he's just really gross. And it makes it hard to like him.
Taking Charlie. Securing objective Alpha.
That's it.
Friendly care package
Um,
AO.
And then Khorne, I mean, like, Khorne is pretty vanilla, right, as far as the Chaos Gods go. He's just smashy face, and that's perfectly fine. And then Zinch. I hate Zinch because he reminds me of Rick and Morty fans and Redditors.
Securing Charlie.
Where it's...
Defense.
Secure Bravo.
Such heresy. Holy
Mission failed.
motherfucker came in like, all respects to the God Emperor, but fuck him. Fuck the system. Fuck Zinch. Fuck Slanesh. Fuck Sterling. Just everyone's like, just mouth open, like, dude, we don't have a word for how badly they're gonna torture you.
He's just Zinch is just a bird. Like, the Zinch has, like, I've gotten into fights about Zinch as a Chaos God for similar reasons that I've gotten into fights with people over Cthulhu as like an entity, right? Because like, if you suggest that a character has like a godlike power in like a thing, people will like it. It's like with Cthulhu, right? They'll be like, oh, you look upon him and your brain melts and comes out your ears, right? You lose your mind or whatever, right?
I like to think it detonates like the scene from Scanners, but that's a
Well-
personal preference.
Yeah, whichever. You lose your mind or you die or like something terrible happens, right? Or what was it? I got into there's a Pathfinder stat block for him And I was
There
like, oh yeah,
is. There absolutely is. But you need level 20s and or gods to fight him.
Yeah, but I started coming up with a plan for it, and I got told by a bunch of people, oh, it wouldn't work because, you know, he's got this bullshit ability in the thing where he's like not totally within our reality, so you can't kill him. And I'm like, but it has that on the stat sheet. This is how that mechanic comes across. They've already accounted for that. Stop trying to make his bullshit powers better, because it feels a lot like the you know, I've got my invincible everything proof shield on the playground, you can't hurt me, right? Zinch has like a little bit of that because he's got like the whole, you know, part of my plan all along weaving fate bullshit. So a lot of people give him this like weird kind of Batman level, like
So
oh,
Constantine does something similar, where he's the fated jester for most like prophecies or whatever, right? So his world altering power is that he shows up at the right place at the wrong time, and that is it. That is all it does for him. What's that?
like
We're
a
fighting
shit
Dark
power.
Side. Why am I here? Well, you see, they can plan for anything with you, John Constantine. Yeah, I can't imagine why. It's almost like I'm gonna kill half my own friends. Oops, oops, they detonated.
that's rough.
It is. Justice League Apocalypse War made me very sad. To the point I bitched and moaned about it for a while. Still hung up on that shit.
That's fair. That's understandable.
They killed my friends, Batshot. They killed all my friends. You know why they killed my friends? So Ezra Miller could get his own up.
Yeah.
I need one long shot left.
Ah, that is unfortunate though.
On your six.
Will you be my last victim?
What?
It's me,
Oh,
the Candy Man. Hello,
never
please.
mind. You were talking to the people in
you-
COD. I was like,
Loading.
Oh no, it'd have been a lot darker if it was talking.
Throwing a stun grenade.
let's.
They tagged me.
Be my victim.
What do I really want? I would like to one day be able to play Pathfinder, but everybody's moving.
I mean, it's closing day.
I've been hit.
True.
I have 8 more days, and then I will be in Florida, on the floor, sweltering in heat. Fuck! Stay right there.
No.
Stay right there, Sunshine. Dark Side 300X. Please. Yes! Oh, it was fate, you edgy fuck. Oh. I'm gonna put it through him. I'm gonna shoot. No. Was not worth it. Not even remotely. X Darkside X 300. X Darkside 300X. Oh, it's Destiny. You silly bitch. You fool. Oh, you utter fool. You've unleashed a monster. I get to use real guns now. Where's my shotgun? Where's my doof? God has forsaken us. Naughty man. Naughty man. My doof with undermounted barrel attachments.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Oh, that's one thing that like some of the new guns have made me want. This is part of the reason why I'm like reinstalling COD.
I immediately slapped down a barrel on it. I don't. 'Cause
I saw the
headshot.
saw.
Loading!
I saw the saga and I was like, yeah, I need that. Oh, the thing I was gonna say about Pathfinder. Like, I've been trying to get Shadow to like contribute to the campaign like at all. I'm like, give me something, anything. The
Grounds, push them back.
I think they,
Like,
they
not-
might have nerfed my shotgun.
Hostile UAV active.
please tell me that they buffed some like the battle rifles because like
No. No, not even
Yeah.
a little.
okay.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, that's why I had forgotten to mention about X Defiance earlier. I found something really amusing, which is there's like in X Defiance there's an SVD, right? And there's a barrel attachment. That's the heavy barrel, right? And it increases the damage by like just a little bit, right? But it's enough to make it a one-shot against every faction except the Ghost Recon guys that have like 20 extra health. Which becomes really amusing because you've got like a semi-auto marksman rifle and you can just like get one taps with it, which is quite funny.
Taking effective fire!
But anyways,
Switching back!
with Shadow and the campaign thing, right?
I'm reloading!
I've been trying to get him to there's like a method that I wanted to use to like build the campaign board, right? Where I wanted like input from everyone on what they wanted their character to be and what themes they wanted to do, right? And with Shadows, I'm like, just give me something to work with. And like I could like guess, right? But I don't want to guess.
Box boy.
Stun grenade out!
Like yes, but it's like I need like a little bit more than that. Like I need to know like if he's got dead parents or anything. Like if this character's like an orphan or something, or like has a tragic past, like something. Or like what his character might be interested in, so that I can like tie it in. Like if his character has a history with the Fae, then I can be like, okay, this plugs into here, and like we can, have this whole thing going. Because I don't like adding that in mid-campaign.
I love adding that shit to the campaign.
UAV in this sector.
The reason I don't like adding it mid-campaign is because I want to have like imagine that like
UAV overhead.
you put all the pieces in place and then you like don't touch them afterwards, right? You try and like let them continue logically from their beginning setup, right? So you make up, it's kind of like how you have the characters, right? The characters, the backstory, right, is stuff you make up just to get them into that beginning position. And then you're like the mode changes. You're no longer writing what happens, you're like rolling dice and stuff. That's what I want to do in the background. So like, the party's going off doing quests somewhere, right? And I'm like, well, I made these two factions, right, that were both going to be, potentially part of like somebody's side quest at some point, or like personal arc, right? And I'm just rolling dice,
Throwing a stun grenade!
determining what I think that those factions would do either to each other, to the world around them,
Took around!
because I don't want like everything to be like frozen in place, waiting for the party to reach them. Because I feel like it would be more interesting if like, they start like a drug ring or something, or like they set a city on fire, and by the time the party reaches them, they've like either, half capitulated, or like either they need help, or they've like gotten to like a really powerful like, political position or something.
Seat of
Instead of-
power, yeah.
Yeah, I want it to feel more natural as like kind of just a, you know, stuff happens, maybe they're influenced like very distantly by what the party's doing, depending on if they're doing stuff on like a, you know, a kingdom-wide
Mission
scale,
failed. Return to base.
or like something, so that like I'm not, because I want to avoid, I want it to feel more dynamic and like organic than just putting it in place, being like, this person is gonna be here at this spot whenever the party meets them, right? Like a Skyrim quest. It's just waiting for you to begin it, and it always begins the same. I want to avoid that at all costs. So in exchange to do that, I want input from all the people so that like I have an idea of all the cogs, or like all the players that are going to be there, like all the pieces, right?
Right.
I'll be like, oh, you know, I'll have this kind of themed, you know, pack of furries that I think Shadow's going to be interested in talking to.
Jesus. The
And-
bar is slower than we ever thought possible.
Well, I don't have any information, so I don't know. Like, I don't know anything.
What's the last challenge? Okay, wait, I don't need to. Oh, I just get it. Interesting. I just need headshots. It's so beautiful, that stuff.
Good.
It's my.
This is just headshots.
Are they going to use the good guns again?
No. You must suffer.
No, no, no. I have earned a break. I get to do fun again. I have honed the art of shit guns. It's time to perform mediocrely with the guns I like.
You've mastered shit gun fu.
Goddamn right I have.
You've got like a sawn off Mosin with like a 20 times scope.
Yeah.
And no stock, and you're just like,
Pretty,
this'll do.
pretty fucking much. Some of the shit I had to use was not okay. It's not okay to release that in your first person shooter game. The worst one was the fucking revolver or lever action. I had to become a savant. But you don't become a savant. I fucking did though. There's nothing more to say other than someone needs to be fired for that fiasco.
Hardpoint. Secure the target area. to
I don't like the lever action.
target area
It
confirmed.
it hurts to
Get the
use.
hardpoint.
Oh fuck that guy.
Low on ammo.
It used to be oh I died. Now I have to keep doing this stupid quest. Now it's oh I died. Guess I'll just respawn and keep killing.
Out. Reloading.
Oh boy. Here I go kill him again.
Using good
I
guns.
missed.
We have the lead.
I can do so much better. I can like play the objective if I wanted to. I don't have to though. I can just go. I felt like it. And it's never been more clear now that I can like focus on the entire map. How shit every other player of this game is.
Okay.
Hands activated.
Changing mags.
You're bad because you're not me. That's the mindset.
I feel like you've been hanging out with Corrigan a bit too
No,
much.
I have been slogging and I am allowed to be toxic.
Capture the hardpoint.
Push the fucking hard point! Do it, pussy!
Launching sonar.
Friendly UAV on station.
Loading. Semtex! You owe me some meat, Laser! Suppression mines grenade!
That was interesting.
I'm reloading!
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
What? 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 He just ignored me entirely.
Secure the target area.
You weren't even a person to him.
Semtex incoming!
He treated you like a pest.
He didn't acknowledge me again.
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
To be fair, I missed all my shots, but
No, I saw some hit markers.
I don't know that I hit him. I don't know that I hit him at all.
Semtex incoming!
You did. It's just for some reason he didn't seem to care.
Bonus hydroseum on your losing drill charge!
Overclock online.
Shout out to the guy using the fucking Joker. I don't envy that guy.
Confirming next
Activating
hardpoint.
suppression
Stand
mine
by.
here! Taking effective fire! Stun grenade out!
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Grenade out! Throwing a stun grenade! Using drill charge!
I knew it was there. I just hoped I could kill one in the time it took.
Throwing drill charge!
There's so many of them. I looked the way it looked when he was like on the ground, prone, and he was like slowly rotating.
Stun grenade out!
Oh, you got one of them.
Get ready.
Suppression mine set!
Mission complete. Hostile UAV in the sector.
Switching mags! Changing mags!
I don't need to spend a minute and a half slowly raising my rifle. I can just ADS with all the good attachments. And if I die, I die. It doesn't fucking matter. Already have 12 kills.
Friendly UAV online.
Loading a
Must
mag!
be a nice change of pace.
Oh my
Got your
god.
six, comrade! Low on ammo!
Yeah. Yes. Oh, more anime OST. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
It must be so hard to be back in school. Oh, waterboat is truly the struggle of our generation.
I'm low on ammo!
There's so many.
Water
anime I
mode,
need
but
to
the
watch.
water mode, but it's just school shooters.
Jesus Christ.
Sniper's down! Grenade out!
UAV active.
There's so many like anime I need to watch. I've chosen now of all time to slowly start getting caught up on One Piece.
Locking the area.
I'm not gonna lie, it's rough.
I love how high these fucking kid sensitivities are. Oh my god.
Remember, Red, when you're on controller, you just have to aim generally in the direction of a person. The high sensitivity is no longer a problem.
These are future esport kings and queens all.
For sure, for sure.
Throwing
We're
drill
here
charge!
for real.
I hope we don't lose that. Oh no, we're not losing this, you fuckers. No. We were up by. They held 1 point and they went up by like 500.
Whatever happened to get
Hostile UAV active.
that woman who's like almost definitely cheating?
who got like
Nadia?
yes,
She fell off.
her. She did that like Modern Warfare 2 LAN, and I never heard about her again.
Yeah.
Throwing a stun grenade.
She did the fucking open beta LAN, or not the open beta, the closed
Yeah, I know the one.
like content creator LAN that they did for the thing that like yeah we're showing it off and, like all the content.
Look at all this shit we're not gonna put in the game.
Yeah, and like
Don't you feel dumb? Don't you
Everybody-
feel stupid?
everybody with like a couple thousand followers were there, and like she did real bad,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone was
horrible,
like,
horribly bad,
Attacking your six.
laughably.
they're like, we think you might be cheating, and then she faded into obscurity. Truly a fate worse than death for a content creator.
Truly it is.
Got your six, comrade.
Content creator Chad, you
Content,
have fallen off.
content, coon. What has become of you? I'm sorry. You need to buy. But, oh my god! If you die to that gun, it turns your head into a basketball. That is real cool. That's pretty cool.
Using drill charge.
You know what? I'm gonna write my own manga. It's gonna be it's an isekai, content creator in another world.
I unironically watched that. I'm so sorry. I lost that shit. I want to see what the fuck happens. It's just another version of whatever the Dr. Stone. But it's just him setting up a streaming service in the Middle Ages.
It's
That's all he has to.
like,
That's all he has to contribute to society.
he's trying to figure out how to like be relevant,
Mhm.
like in a fantasy world, like where nobody's like
Everyone has their own fulfilling jobs. But what if I did that thing I want to do for myself? Content creator, this is fucking stupid. I love that the guy X Ghost with the 0 underscore king with a 1 X. And
Yeah.
wearing a Tip of the Tapman skin, drop shotting every time he can. I don't know about your TikTok stream, man. I think it's gonna fall off. I say as I run into a wall.
I didn't think it was gonna be that bad when you said it. The stream hadn't caught up yet, and then I saw it and I was like, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, no, he's just out every time.
I meant the running to the wall bit,
Yeah.
but it didn't that bad. Kinda rough.
Low on ammo.
Why would we play the objective when every one of us can shoot at the plane?
Flashing mine set. Target down. Activating suppression mine here.
What are you doing, content crew?
I'm uploading your feet.
Content crew, you'll be
Oh
canceled.
no.
It's okay.
No,
A-
he's got like
a feet-
modern.
A feet coomer's first ever done.
Please don't.
Oh my god.
That-
You're gonna
that'd
get cancelled! I have
They'd
to
be
I have
messed up.
he's gotta go work at the school.
Oh,
He's a Minecraft YouTuber.
I was just thinking like if you had or like so he gets sent to like fantasy world, right? What if he was like the whole thing is that he's using like modern like marketing techniques like
This is
way back in the Middle Ages. He's
product
he's
appeal to you.
he's like trying to like figure out like target demographics and like he's like, oh, I've never tried to like sell entertainment without an algorithm. And
Oh
he's
my
just like
god.
kind of losing it a
Smashing
little bit.
his desk. Damn it. I'm gonna lose.
No algorithm.
No one's even paid me yet. Ugh.
Just desperately trying to find relevance in a fantasy world. That'd be great.
That's your English title right there. Desperately trying to find relevance in a fantasy world. He's an unemployed content creator. He has no skills. It's like, I'll become
Oh
a
my
fighter.
God.
I'm like, no, there's like people who are better than me here. There's no
That
there's no magic system for him to exploit or anything.
Kill complete.
No, he doesn't have any
Why
superpowers.
is my
He's-
Secure
screen
their tags
black?
to win.
Oh, he'd be fuck,
Um,
what's his name from Mob Psycho 100?
hope I die. Bad shot? My screen's black.
I can see that. It's gonna cross and stream. I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Alright, I'm dead. Respawn. Nope, okay, we're gonna get the fuck out of that game. Is Shoot House available? I like Shoot House. Oh, okay.
What am I trying to remember?
When the first Avengers came out, the Wii was the dominant console in the market. Do you feel old?
Yeah. Yeah.
My bones are with the dust.
Okay, found it. You know the blonde guy from Mob Psycho 100?
No. Never
Crap.
watched Mob Psycho 100.
Okay, so neither have I, but like I've seen enough about this character that I'm semi-confident. He's like kind of half con man, I think. He tries to convince people of things like so yeah, so he's got a whole thing going on. And the I think it would be funny if you stuck a character like him in a fantasy world where he doesn't have any powers. And he's
the
just kind of like,
power of lingo and smooth talk.
yeah, he was like a failed streamer or something. And he's just trying to make it like gain some amount of relevancy in this fantasy world.
Oh, you're lame. I see. I thought we were gonna shoot at each other, but you just want to stand there. That's what so.
Stun grenade out!
You let me know when you feel like playing the game. You're still there, right?
Stun
Yep, you're still there. No, this.
Now, the question, right,
Yes,
is
one of my favorite DC characters. Yes.
Engine mags.
I was gonna say this hypothetical like isekai protagonist. The
Yes.
question is, would he actually get what he wants? Like, would he actually become
Or is he
relevant, or
just
would
bad
he?
at it?
Or well, I mean, like, or would it be more interesting if he struggled and failed and got like his little,
I think
cadre of friends?
I think you play it as slice of life, and the guards want to bust it. Oh, cool. Okay.
Because like I was wondering, would it be more interesting if like, he's trying to like prove himself to people and be relevant, but his friends are like they're supporting him, and then he realizes that like,
Oh, you think
does-
he has a turn of heart? Nah, fuck that shit.
I was like, I don't know, he could have like been like, oh, I don't need to prove myself to all
He
these
has
people. I'm just
goons. I want him to have goons.
gonna... Okay, so more power fantasy. All right,
Well, no, they can be his friends, but they're also minions.
they're all. I don't.
You're the best.
I'm-
They're like, you're the best. You're the smartest ever, boss. It's like, I guess I am, ain't I?
There's something that I find wrong about like. I don't think your friends should also be your goons. or
Well,
minions.
listen,
I
if they
feel like
work
that's
for him and they're not intelligent, they can be orcs.
Though actually, what does that remind me of? There's a that reminds me of Buggy from One Piece. So, are you familiar with what happens to Buggy in like the later half of the series?
No, not even remotely.
Okay, but you know Buggy the Clown is like a
Yes.
character, right? Okay, so Buggy never really gets any stronger than when you meet him in the beginning of the series. He's kind of static as far as like power level goes.
But Chop is.
Yeah, but like, well, so all he cares about is treasure, and he doesn't really care about improving himself at all. So what ends up happening, right? Is you have the Marineford War arc, right? And he basically gets busted out of prison by Happenstance as Luffy like leaves, right? So Luffy basically does an entire prison break, gets the highest security prison in the world. Everyone gets broken out of it, right? Buggy at this point is fairly weak sauce, right? He's not a strong pirate at all, right? But through some, funny happenstance and luck and some misinterpreted words, Buggy gains massive respect from the prisoners of the maximum security prison, who thinks he's like super powerful and super cool. Like I think Luffy basically hands him the keys and he goes unlocking all the doors. So they're like, oh, Buggy personally freed us, and then he like talks shit to like some strong people, and he like talks back at Shanks, right? And they find out that he was on Goldie Roger's ship and all of this together. They think he's like on the same level as Shanks and that he's like super strong, right? And then they misconstrue a bunch of stuff, and he becomes like this mercenary captain, right? Who all of his minions are stronger than him. He never fights like his own battles after that point, like personally. He's living a lie and praying that nobody finds out.
That's fun. I like that.
He gets like, I think he's got like a giant or something as like one of his minions that like shows up later in the series in like the Dressrosa arc. It's really funny because he's like shitting himself because he's like desperately trying to keep this lie together, and he's got like do you know anything about Overlord the anime?
Yes. The anime, yes. Manga,
Okay,
no.
you know when oh, what's his face? Starts with the D.
The demon?
Dietrich? Yeah, the demon.
Demiurge.
Demiurge, thank you. You know when like Ainz has a plan?
Yes, and he's
And
and,
Demiurge
and-
fills in the gaps.
and he's like, yeah, that's much better than what I was gonna say.
That is exactly what happens with Buggy. Where Buggy will say something and everybody else will be like, oh, Buggy, you're so smart, and then fill in the rest of the shit. They will misconstrue whatever it is to make Buggy seem super awesome, right?
Oh, look cool.
Like whatever nonsense Buggy does, they will assume it in the best possible light that's what he was actually trying to do. They'll be like, oh my god, you can't, he falls down or something. They're like, oh my god, Buggy was trying to do like a fantastic rescue to save all of us. He's amazing. So heroic.
What a-
they're like,
what a
we'll follow
Chad."
you. They're like, we'll follow you to the ends of the earth, Captain Buggy. It's so dumb.
I like seeing the stupid shit he turns into. Like the buggy car.
The buggy car, yeah. That is pretty good. I have to find it somewhere. There's like a TikToker short that was just like One Piece goated methods of travel.
Number one is the like the fucking ice bicycle.
The ice bicycle was pretty good. I also like Doflamingo swinging from the clouds.
Don Flamingo's terrifying.
He is. Like, One Piece in general is, like, one of the reasons I like it as much as I do is because it's like, they'll take a character who has on the face of it, like, a stupid power, and then they'll be like, well, what if they got really good with it? And then it becomes absolutely terrifying.
I wish that was how My Hero worked, but no, it's just, what's that? You have a good superpower? Congratulations, you're S2.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see the Grape Kid do well.
No. My Hero really seems to have that problem of, like, it started out pretty good, and then, like, as time went on, it's turning into, like, a kind of crappier, like, it's really
this
bizarre.
is a statement about society, Badshot.
Well,
The,
okay, 'cause
the weaponization of children.
Jesus Christ. That's just
Oh,
shown in
I
manga in general.
love the weaponization of children in Japan.
Well, I'm thinking, like, there's a lot of, like, anime and manga that, like, are kind of doing a, like, even, okay, One Piece and My Hero both did pretty good things when it came to, like, power scaling, right? They put a power ceiling in pretty early on. For One Piece, it was the Marineford War, and for, My Hero, it was All Might, right? They were like, these are the most powerful characters, we're showing them off, right? These are the strongest people in this world, right? Cool? Great, right? And then as the series, as both series kind of progress, they start to like be like, but what if, right? Like they gave Midoriya like a bunch of powers extra,
Yeah.
just kind of randomly, like, and I was like, why did we give him like all these upgrades? Like
because super strength isn't good enough. It can't just be about the perseverance of human spirit. Who would care about that?
I don't know. Strange. Like, but like the reason it doesn't make any sense is because the way that the trajectory of the show originally seemed like, oh cool, they're going to do a slow burn. He's slowly going to learn to be able to use
Remember it was
eventually use.
5%, and then it was immediately like 13.
Well, yeah, but like that still leaves like
Thank you.
80%.
Oh, it's cheap day.
Like even when he was at 13%, right?
Motherfucker
You're
ripped
like,
his arm and
well, yeah, but
I love the fact that he's just genetically not supposed to be able to do this shit.
But, like, that was, when was it? It was, like, season 2, I think? Or something, when he was, using, like, 13% of his power? And we're on season, like, 6 or something? I don't actually remember. But, like, that was still good enough, right? The progress could have been slow and steady, and it's like, aw, he's at 70%, aw, he's at 80%, right? Like, as you close in at the end of the series, he starts to finish his thing. But no, they're like, this progress is too slow. We're just gonna toss him a bunch of extra stuff. You know, as like little goodies on the side. They're like,
What if isekai, but no effort?
why? I don't know. One Piece has kind of done the same thing, though luckily not to the same extent, and it's not... One Piece hasn't betrayed me yet, but like,
Live action coming soon.
okay, I'm not gonna count that. That's an abomination against God. All right, live actions don't count.
Live act. You hold your tongue.
The live action Avatar: The Last Airbender doesn't count. Neither is this. Watch it actually be good.
No.
It's
It fucking won't.
it won't be.
Don't even
But, like,
entertain that notion.
Well, but like my point is, maybe if I talk a bunch of shit about it, it will be good just to prove me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
It
Think,
won't
you
be.
think it works off spite dynamics?
Yes. Though I will say that they've already messed up Zoro's characterization, so I don't.
What, does he know where he's going?
No, it's that he, like, at the end of the trailer, he goes, or, like, Luffy goes, it's like, oh, all great fighters call out their finishing move, and Zoro just goes, no, they don't.
Motherfucker, he does. He absolutely does.
Zoro does.
Unfuckable.
On top of that, right, it's that, like, the crew was fighting. Like, Nami and Zoro were like, or what was it? Luffy called them a crew, and both Zoro and Nami were like, we're not a crew. And it's like, they most certainly are. Like, because here's the thing, Zoro never had a problem being a crew member for
It's
Luffy.
like, if I have to be working with pirates to achieve my goal, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, that was it.
Nami has beef because she's like, pirate PTSD, my favorite.
Yes. Nami, but like even then, Nami was still undercover, right? So even though, so at least in her heart of hearts, she wasn't part of the crew, but she didn't say that because she was still trying to fleece them, right? At least at that point in the story. And then eventually later, you know, they do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then she's, you know, solidly part of the crew. I will still give One Piece mad props for doing things like, it's like, One Piece is messed up because it is one of the only, like, anime I have seen willing to kill children on screen.
Fuck yeah!
Um,
Poor child death.
like, when, also they kill Nami's mom, like, adoptive mother on screen, and that's rough. Like, it's pretty bad. It's, yeah. One Piece isn't afraid to, like, punch you really hard in
Kill
the
them,
emotions. Yeah. I mean, it's the only thing I've seen, like, everybody's cried over the boat. Everybody.
The boat. The
boat.
boat.
Mission is complete.
Man, it stings. I can't watch that scene. The fucking music fades in and, like, I can't do it.
Goodbye,
I always tear up. But Red, the boat was a friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it hurt. Like, it still hurts. There's oh, what? Yamato. There's an AMV I have with Yamato and Ace that makes me tear up. Because that's also rough to watch. It's like, because I don't know, like, what they were doing, but they were hiding the budget until they hit Wano. Like, Dressrosa. They were! Dressrosa is like garbage. Whole Cake Island is also garbage, at least in terms of animation, right? Like, it's like somebody has two, like, paper cutouts just, like, slamming against each other, right? It's rough. and then like Wano happens, and immediately the budget just goes through the roof. It's like I can't even actually I gotta check something real quick. Cause I wanna see if I need to see if it's true. Jeez. King?
We're raiding
Okay.
Callie because she didn't finish getting over it.
Ooh.
Yeah. She did it on a dare, no less.
But you gotta.
Hey, goodbye!
That was sudden.
I have food.
Ah.
It's